the flag of America, the symbol of freedom, democracy, and freedom. Oh yes. Oh baby, you can fit so much democracy in this bad boy. Ah, well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lassos, and welcome to the click. You smell absolutely astounding today. And don't let anyone else lie to you and tell you otherwise. Are you sick and tired of living in historically interesting times? At least the memes are pretty good. Let's look at r/tAmericansSay. Enjoy. Mwah. The European mind cannot comprehend a remodel being this easy. Why is this house built out of cardboard? What do you mean? Okay, let's replay it. It's just made of cardboard. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, maybe it's easier to remodel a cardboard box than like a real house or whatever. But on the other hand, I would also appreciate it if my house didn't like fall over because an average-sized toddler ran through one of my load-bearing walls. Made of carton. Is this actually what it's like? This is crazy! Like, not to give anyone ideas or whatever, but if you want to break into a house, is it easier to just go through, I don't know, the wall than the actual door? Or is the door also made of carton boxes?
POV, you've been living in Italy for 6 weeks with no AC, no free water, no ice, no public bathroom, no car, and our $3,000 poorer. Oh my god, we didn't save money by going on vacation?
What, like $500 a week? That's a pretty good deal for a vacation in Italy. What? Okay, but also like no AC. I have absolutely been to places in Italy that have AC. No free water. I've absolutely had free water in Italy. I've absolutely had bathrooms in Italy. And I've absolutely driven a car in Italy. But you have to either drive your own car there or like rent one. A car isn't gonna magically materialize. What is this list? And also, traveling is typically costing money. You don't go to Italy to save money.
Queen is America's answer to the UK's Beatles.
Excuse me, Queen are from England.
No, what do you mean? They sing their songs in American. What are you talking about?
Queen is America's answer to the UK's Beatles, I swear to fucking God! Super Bowl winners by country since the World 2000. 2000 United States, 2001 United States, 2002 United States. La Liga winners by country since 2015. Spain. Oh my god, the winner of the Swedish championship in football. Sweden. Bish! Ah, Twitter. Never change. Maybe at some point, okay, this is me thinking very positively, maybe if Twitter keeps evolving from its current form, it will just attract all the stinky people in the world to Twitter, and we don't have to worry about them anywhere else. Wouldn't that be great? It's like a little cesspool-y island of cess, where all the cessies are just cesspooling on their cess island full of shit. Let's read the next meme, shall we? I got really excited about this idea briefly. But sadly, I think the cess is gonna leak out, you know, in the very same way as turtles really enjoy chomping on those plastic straws. Fahrenheit, mental gymnastics. 0 is really cold, and 100 is really hot. Ooh, so simple. Now let's take a look at your metric system. Puh. Celsius is equal to Kelvin, just add exactly 273.15 degrees. 0 is the freezing point of the third most common molecule. 0 is used to be boiling point, and 100 was the freezing point, but it's fine, bro. Water can still stay liquid at -5, but it's not arbitrary, bro, I swear. And 100 is the boiling point, where it's actually 10 million times per square meter pressure in mercury, and triple point of water used to be Kelvin, but it's a boiling point. Shane magically will do it so much. Celsius, mental gymnastics. Okay, I see. So the argument is that Fahrenheit is vibes. And thermodynamics exist. So you shouldn't bother having an accurate measuring system because it can vary depending on pressure and stuff. Man, we just solved science today. I am so happy. Also, before you fucking smartasses go into my comments, okay, I'm destroying my microphone for this. Before your smartasses go into my comment and be like, but Click, don't you realize that Celsius is like science, temperature, and Fahrenheit is what it feels like? Whatever system you're used to is what it feels like. When someone tells me, oh, it's 20 degrees Celsius outside, I know exactly what it feels like. Because I'm used to it, and I grew up with it. And Fahrenheit sounds insane. It has nothing to do with anything like that. It's just what you're fucking used to. And the same thing as currencies is what you're used to. And if you're not used to another one, you translate it to your currency you're used to. That felt good. God, my mic holder is broken, but it's okay. It was worth it. We're getting the full Paris experience, right in the metro and all. One thing I learned real quick, they do not want American dollars. My cash got turned down everywhere except the taxi. Why would France accept US dollars? Do stores in the US accept other currencies than the US dollar? Dear commenter, you think you have a valid point there, but don't you realize that America is the main character and their currency is the currency? Thank you.
Do European clocks go to 24? I'm referring to analog clocks, as anyone can set a digital clock to 24.
I can't tell if you're joking or American. I also love how they're asking this question instead of Googling a picture of an analog clock. Or maybe they haven't seen a European analog clock that are totally different with their metric units or whatever time they measure in. Disgusting. God damn. Deleted account. You need to specify which Prague we're talking about. There is one in Nebraska, another in Oklahoma, and one in the Czech Republic, and one in Arkansas. Yes, indeed. When I talk to my friends about the time I visited Prague, I'm obviously talking about Prague, Nebraska. Of course, that one. That's the one.
Oh my god, I really enjoyed my trip in Rome.
Oh, did you see the Colosseum and
No, it's Rome in Ohio. You know, the real one.
I would imagine it would be fairly obvious that this is about Prague, Czech Republic, population 1.3 million and capital of a mid-sized Central European nation, and not Prague, Oklahoma, a town with a population of 2,300, Prague, Nebraska, a town of 900, or Prague, Arkansas, a town so small it doesn't even have official population figures. In fact, I would wager that most people have never heard of those three towns. I bet you would wager that most people haven't heard about them. Sounds like an uncultured swine that hasn't visited Prague of Nebraska. Now I just picture, like, someone in my comments is actually from, like, Prague, Nebraska, and they feel all sad in the comment section. They're like,
I actually like my town. It's really cute. I had a pet cow that I used to pet.
You know, it's really sweet. And now I feel like an asshole. But it's still funny to read it this way, okay? It's okay. I'm not talking about you. You're one of the good ones. This video's going great. Why is it so difficult for some people to love America? Even with our flaws, we are still the greatest nation in the world. I think it's the modesty that puts people off. Yeah, just try to brag a bit more and be a little bit more in people's faces about it. People love that kind of shit, okay? That's how people operate. Trust me. r/alternate history hub. What if the US lost the Vietnam War? What would happen then? It's not retreating, it's just advancing backwards, okay? We never lose. Never lose. We keep pumping money into it. That's how we won almost half the wars we fought. Wrong. Italians don't put mayo in their sandwiches. That is not the truth. We do it in some occasion. Do you think you know them more than little Italians? Surrounded by Italians. Staten Island doesn't ring a bell. I love it when a county in New York knows more about Italy than Italy. Yeah, Italy, you better step it up. God, you're getting outcompeted by this dude in New York. God damn it, Italy, come on now. Silly Italians, they don't even have their little fun facts about mayo in order. Recipes.
Maybe, before you post your recipes, you should spell check them. As you have some misspelled words. Color, correct. Okay. Spelling, color. Flavor, correct spelling, flavor. And there is no S at the end of the abbreviation of minutes. It's just min. Oh my god, I just love confidently and correctly educating people with a patronizing tone. It's my favorite hobby of making the world a better place.
I also do love the fact that this person misspelled correct while trying to grill someone else about their spelling, while completely whooshing the fact that it was correctly spelled. That is just amazing. r/is-this-AI? And here's a picture of a golden coin and a username of someone and the date the photo was taken. Today is not the second day of the 26th month. My guess it's AI made by someone who did not know the correct date format. Month, date, year, you see? How silly of them. Nobody writes dates like that. I would know. I also do love the detail that the comment is insinuating that the date is just wrong, not that there isn't such a thing as a 26th month. Like, I know this month isn't the 26th one. I'm pretty sure. Two different suburbs built at the same time in South Carolina and the Netherlands. What do you notice? Same scale. Okay, so here is Netherlands and South Carolina.
People are tiny in the Netherlands. Try being 6'5" in a 200 square foot apartment.
Isn't Netherlands pretty tall on average? The Netherlands has the tallest average population in the world.
They're tiny. They're so tiny. They're so tiny, tiny people.
I am losing my mind. US Fanta versus UK Fanta. Which one is better?
It's actually too sickly and sweet. In America, we have Fanta. In the UK, y'all have piss in Fanta cans.
In America, you use radioactive liquids. In Europe, we use actual orange juice, which is yellow, by the way.
Fanta isn't juice, dingus.
But it's supposed to contain oranges. Isn't that the whole thing? It has little oranges on the logo. It's an orange soda. What do you mean? I am crying. Oh.
Whoa, that's so cool. I didn't know Valentine's was global. Lol. Happy Valentine's, OP. What do you mean? Saint Valentine's is a Catholic saint who lived around 250 AC in Roman Empire and was killed on the 14th of February. Saint Valentine's Day is as global as Catholicism is, and the first celebrations of this day dates all the way back to around year 500 by a Pope Gelasius I. Please don't tell me you thought it's only a Yank thing. Okay, to be fair to the first person though, they were actually pretty nice about it and just wished the other person a happy Valentine's Day and just kind of like, wow, I learned something new today. They didn't double down, they weren't rude about it or anything. This is kind of a nice way of doing it, okay? Sometimes you just don't pick up on a little piece of information, and this is certainly the way of dealing with it. So the second person is like, actually, in my opinion, a little bit rude about it, you know? It's fine. It's fine. They were perfectly chill about it. 5.6 million population, by the way, Norway, 6 gold medals, holy po. We need to start calling Winter Olympic medals participation trophies for rich Europeans. They're not real sports like the Summer Olympics.
What are you talking about? Do you even know what a participation trophy is? Like, these people, they just poo things out in random patterns, and then they write that on the internet.
Bought the 4th of July M&M specifically to do this. Mega, that's ook. The accuracy of the flag is impeccable. Also works with the Dominican flag, French flag, and Liberian flag.
Sad kitty. Oh no, not my America, please.
Like, would you be able to build, like, an American flag with this proper, like, with all the stars and stuff? I mean, you could do the Liberia flag. That one you can do. That would work. Oh, we have comments under this one. Oh, it keeps getting better. Yeah, and in America, you're free to do that with your candy. Do the American flag in the UK and see what happens.
Oh, translate to Swedish? Yes, please.
What do you think is gonna happen?
I just imagine you sitting in your house just like piecing together some flags with some fucking M&Ms you bought. And the door is just busted in like,
oh my god, British FBI, open up! You did an American flag with your M&Ms?
This is so amazing! Like, the mental pictures these comments paint are so beautiful.
Deport Bad Bunny. To where? He's American. No, he's Puerto Rican. Is this how disappointed parents feel when they see something really stupid their kid did? That must be it, right? That must be it. There's no way this person writing this is like an adult peer, right? I feel very like disappointed parent vibes when I read this.
Why isn't the European Union treated like the USA in the Olympics? Or should the individual states be represented separately, like the individual states of the EU? You see, we have US and Great Britain. What, isn't that a state? Italy, Germany, you see, they have all the states there. All the state, why don't we have like Oklahoma there, you know? God damn, the state of Germany is just representing itself, outrageous.
41 degrees is cold in Texas. Y'all can't face the heat. It gets into hundreds over here. Americans. Rose emoji.
41 is colder in California. It gets to 80 degrees here.
We are talking about 111 degrees Fahrenheit.
Oh my god, Celsius isn't real, because 100 Fahrenheit feels hot. But Celsius could be different, depending on pressure, and if it's on the moon or something, so Celsius isn't real.
Punisher icon. Show me a game with bigger global ratings than the Super Bowl.
A little bit of a local-minded, so to say.
Europe. Everything smells like cigarettes. Racism is worse than in America. No ice cubes, no AC. Water isn't free. Public bathrooms aren't free. High taxes. People are rude. America. None of that. Take your choice. I'm pretty sure it's pick your choice. But I don't think they speak English in America, so I mean that's okay, I suppose. US Open, picture of tattoo and kangaroo, that's pretty cute.
January 2nd? Who's gonna tell him?
I am stuck trying to figure out why January 2nd is bad. Who's gonna tell him what? The person in the photo is Carlos Alcaraz, who just won the Men's Australian Open on 1/2/2026, February 1st. They think he got the date wrong. Oh, that's pretty funny. And 300 people liked the comment. They're like, should we double check this and see if we're actually the ones being silly? No, post it confidently. Do it without double checking. Double checking are for nerds. They trap your car at the highway ramp, then walk up once you're stuck. Oh yeah, the classic like robbery/car hijacking thing. So I am on the fence of the authenticity on this video. The date in the corner is 07/02/2026, which would be about 143 days into the future.
Oddly enough, I don't see too many people saying anything about it. Could it be me who is wrong, or the 11.6 million people who saw this video? Couldn't possibly be me.
Am I really that out of touch?
No, it's the children who are wrong.
Who even uses WhatsApp? Literally nobody.
Well, sheesh, I guess a lot of my text messages with my friends aren't real. Sucks to suck. Thoughts on USA backlash? Volkswagen dumps USA, picks Canada. So many unhinged statements on this thread. Are you guys even living in reality? Who gives a crap if Volkswagen moves to Canada? The German economy is so damn small that it hardly makes a blip on our screen. Oh yes, indeed. We should all take advice from this person in Reddit comments, especially about world news and economy. Thank you, kind sir, for sharing your unconceivable knowledge with the world.
Outside of the USA, people are so fucking racist.
There are a lot of racists everywhere in the world, I'm gonna be honest, fam. People just kinda suck, you know? Boiling cheese, that's a new one. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, most of the best cheese in the world come from Wisconsin, but not really brie.
Please tell me you're joking. Wisconsin cheese? What?
Damn, better cancel my Swiss raclette night with my friends because I couldn't find any Wisconsin cheese. GG rip elboso F in chat, sucks to suck. You really think Europeans would actually support and side with Canadians if the United States of fucking America decided to invade Canada? Pretty soon, you Canadians will be seeing our flag everywhere. I mean, I personally see the American flag quite often, but roughly half the time it's like the Liberia flag because people don't know the difference between the two in the emoji selection. So that is pretty funny.
Trinity Church in Manhattan is one of the oldest churches in the world.
Shouting emoji, bullseye emoji. Does that mean you agree? Or is it like a pin of shame? How would that even be possible? I'm pretty sure that is not the case. The oldest surviving purpose-built Christian church building in the world is Dura Aeropos Church in Syria, dating back around 233 to 256 AD. Outdates Manhattan by a couple of years there, I would say. Look at all those euros, man. It's worth about $17. Man, I'm pretty good at currency exchanges and stuff, you know. I know my way around the stock market and all the currencies and that kind of stuff. Yeah, you know, every other currency sucks ass compared to the dollar. You're welcome, Europors. R/well, that sucks. Is that mold on your food? That's not even a little mold. That's like black mold, man. Went out to eat with my dad to celebrate him surviving his heart attack. And eating mold, that sucks. Mid-conversation, I bit into this. You can imagine how that was. Pointed it out to the waitress who said they didn't compensate half-eaten items. They said they're not gonna compensate a moldy meal. Are you serious? I did not even ask them to compensate my whole meal, just to take the toast off my tab. Anyway, still left a 25% tip, leaving a 25% tip to the waitress who wouldn't push for the compensation of serving moldy food. I wouldn't pay anything at all. I would call the health inspector on this stuff. I think this is probably illegal. I don't think you can sell people moldy food. Anyway, still left a 25% tip because restaurant policies aren't our decision. It's been a long day, y'all. American tipping culture sure be wild. Sure, I can sort of agree with the fact that it's not the waitress' fault that a restaurant sucks, you know? That sort of makes sense. But at the very same time, I think this sort of goes beyond restaurant policy. I don't think restaurant policy, trumps health restrictions and legality regarding, like, serving people moldy food. I'm not sure if that would really hold up, though. Like, I appreciate the sentiment, you know, appreciate your servers, workers, and that kind of stuff, but this is wild, man. This is absolutely crazy. Why does Star Wars use the metric system? America is obviously using the imperial system, with most Americans not knowing anything about the metric system. So why does Star Wars use the metric system even though it was made in America for an American audience?
Oh, yeehaw, Luke, you better travel those 5 Light Star burgers on that little ship of yours. Yeah, boy.
So we should pull all tech out of France and let France go back to the Stone Ages, because you have no real alternatives and too busy enjoying long lunches to develop any.
Ha ha, another dumb young who has no clue about the rest of the world.
That was my best French impression.
Baguette.
Man, I love these videos, because I can do really shitty accent impressions.
The Confederate States Army would have rolled any contemporary European army like a barrel.
Why are you like kissing Confederate army butts on Twitter? Why are you doing this? I mean, it is Twitter, to be fair. I am not surprised. r/Norwegian. Translation help. My fiancé and I are both Norwegian, and we have this saying that's on our rings and such. I wanted to make sure it's translated correctly. Wait, why are you on r/Norwegian if you don't speak what? English, forever and always yours. Translated to Norwegian, for alltid og alltid din. Please let me know if that's correct or how to change to correct it. Thank you. Oh, it's like Norwegian, which means that, like, my third grandpa on my mother's side was Norwegian 600 years ago, or something like that. Okay. You know, there is a really funny twist to this kind of stuff that completely changes the perspective, and I've seen it with, like, off-brand shirts, but I wonder if it's also a case with tattoos. Like, for example, if you have Japanese people that go to, like, Ohio and get a tattoo in, like, you know, an American alphabet, and it's like onion soup. It's like, yeah, I got this in America. Look at these cool letters. It's onion soup, you know? That'd be so funny. I have seen it with, like, off-brand shirts in China and that kind of stuff, where it's like, oh, inspiration is inspiring potato soup. You know, it's just random gibberish, but, you know, it's like, ooh, it's exotic or whatever. So it's kind of funny. This just reminded me of that for some reason, because when you imagine the reverse of the alternative, that's when you realize how ridiculous these things actually become. Just write onion soup on your rings. It's fine. Everyone likes onion soup.
US McDonald's versus UK McDonald's. Which one has better fries? Yet the portion sizes?
How did you pick it up in, like, UK and US McDonald's? That's a pretty hefty Uber Eats fee.
England may have invented spaghetti bolognese, but we invented the fries.
Okay.
It doesn't need all the extra ingredients, and England has the right for once here. Potatoes, oil, and salt is the healthy way, but you can also use fat instead of oil. Tastes better, but not as healthy.
Fries are from Belgium. I love TikTok comments, man. Who needs school when you have TikTok comments, baby?
What the f*** is a prime minister? What is a parliamentary system?
Why not just have a president, like a normal country, like the United States of America? Good grief!
Good grief.
I had an issue with Germans in the Frankfurt airport too. When I was on a layover in Frankfurt on my way to Krakow, I showed the guys my passport to get it stamped since I entered EU. The worker slammed my passport down and left with his buddy. I was mistreated even though my last name was of German origin and white too.
I'm not even brown. Why did I have to show my passport? Not gonna lie, I wanted to revoke my German ancestry. Do they think I'm one of those brown people? And also, how the f*** do you revoke an ancestry? What?
Oh, sweet Reddit, don't stop delivering these little nuggets.
How Americans do electrical humpty-bumpty? Yeah, let's take electrical advice from Europe, where 100,000 people plus die every year from heat-related issues, because they don't have AC.
Okay, but what does that have to do with, like, drawing the electricity, though? Aren't those two, like, very separate things? I don't know, man. Oh, look at this picture. It's very out of context, but those are some, like, badass masks. Hell yeah, that's cool.
And I'm supposed to believe the culture is just as important as America's?
I don't think anyone was, you know, making any sort of arguments or comparison. I think people were just appreciating, like, cultures and cool stuff and traditions. You're the one who brought it to this really weird place of, like, competition.
Did y'all know that Spain was in Europe and not South America?
What, I didn't know, girl. Oh my god, slay with the fun facts.
When the frick did y'all plan on telling me this?
56 likes, 468 comments. Oh dear God, no.
The European man can't comprehend greasy diner breakfasts.
I can absolutely comprehend this. This is like my average vacation breakfast. I don't have it every day at home because, like, that wouldn't be particularly good. Bacon for breakfast every day is gonna absolutely spike your cholesterol. But having this as a treat on weekends or when you're traveling, hell yes, slay. Bacon is amazing for breakfast. Brazil won Best Nature. Which North American country has the best food?
Louisiana. That's my favorite North American country. Louisiana.
Trying to enjoy dinner in Europe, but the Americans are sat next to us. Biblically accurate.
Trying to enjoy my dinner, but it's summer and every European hasn't showered in 4 days and doesn't believe in deodorant.
Doesn't believe in deodorant. It's like a church thing. Baking website.
I don't do grams and shit. I'm old, never learned it in school. I need cups, ounces, teaspoons, tablespoon. Also, I'm in the U.S.
Okay.
Grams and shit. That's some fucking Europort bullshit.
Okay, before I say anything, I will let you all know that I am American. But would you seriously rather talk half an hour than take a seated commute that adds no more than 5 minutes? 100% yes. Always yes. Oof. Oh, so this is the image that these comments are in reference to. The frickin' might as well walk London conundrum. You are here, 35 minutes bus, tube, 32 minutes, walk, 29 minutes. This is why I always enjoyed riding my bike when I was working in an office and stuff, because a lot of the time, especially during like morning rush hours and stuff, it actually got you there faster, and you saved money, and you got a free cardio leg workout. It's pretty cool. Bikes are slay.
Do Europeans have access to internet?
The next president of America will spend his entire 4-year term apologizing to everyone. Ha! This is America. We don't apologize. Does that mean you're admitting it's going a bit south or What a weird comment, man. Why does England get away with calling itself Great Britain? We should start calling ourselves the United States of Awesome. You go right ahead, Timmy. Ain't nobody stopping you. It's like the Gulf of America. Just make it up, I guess.
My husband Gnorp is a direct descendant of Ragnar Lothbrok too, if you are being honest. He found out through 23andMe, so documented confirmation on his end.
Uh-huh. You sure about that? Yeah? I'm not so sure about that. R/Millennials is a manual transmission, a millennial anti-theft device. This is my daily driver, a 1986 Volkswagen Jetta, 5-speed manual. We joke that the manual transmission acts as an anti-theft device. How many people in our generation know how to drive one? So you're a millennial yourself, but you don't realize how old millennials are. I started practice driving. What is it? Like 17 years ago. Okay? Like... And I'm not even on the older millennial side. I'm like born in 92. I'm like slightly on the younger side of millennials. I started practice driving 17 years ago with a manual stick. Oh man, we even have like the millennial infighting now with like millennials ruined fucking, I don't know, stick gear shifts. God, it's great. 1,100 kilograms is great. I have to convert that to actual useful units. So that's 2,425 pounds. And pounds are better to measure a car in because there is more numbers, so you can be more precise without going into the decimal zone. Then why not use grams? 1.1 million has even more numbers than 2,425.
Why stop there? We got micrograms and other more precise units. Number of fucking atoms. Let's measure it in moles or whatever it's called. Skibbity!
Things the European mind can't comprehend. Frat guys sing the national anthem before they go party and get shit-faced.
Oh my god, this like legitimately happens. I had a couple of friends of mine who were studying in the US back when we were like in high school or uni or something, and they told me when they come back like, yeah, we try to get a chant going at like a frat house party, and they were like a few Europeans in a corner, like a couple of Germans and a couple of Swedes, and they started like, USA, USA, and all of a sudden you had this entire party full of teenagers with like these little stereotypical red cups just be like, USA, USA, and it's like, it's a different universe, isn't it? I thought that only happened in movies.
WhatsApp is so third world coded.
A lot of WhatsApp shade today, isn't it?
Why is Mariah Carey singing Nel Blue di Plino di Blue in Italian? Why is she not singing in American? This should be boycotted. Where is the puss on this?
Number 1, the Olympics are in Italy. Number 2, American is not a language. Number 3, she sang in English too, but you did not understand.
But she's supposed to be singing in American.
I have arrived in Italy for the Olympics, and this is what they think of us. Ooh, look at that French fries on pizza. And it's called an Americana. Nice, carbs on carbs. Pizza was being eaten by Americans decades before northern Italians started eating it. It was actually invented in Rome, Ohio. God, these Italians just stealing everything. Well, that was a very nice educational video, if I may say so myself. And I don't. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, you wonderful, beautiful beings, and I will see you again in the very near future. Take care. Mwah.